Hi everyone, I'm Linda Reimer, one of the librarians at the Southeast Devon County Library. Welcome to Library Connections, our weekly readers, viewers, and listeners advisory video cast. Enjoy. Library Connections number 104. This is the Friday, July 1st, 2022 edition of Library Connections. Kicking things off with the top 5 fiction bestsellers for this week from the New York Times. At number 1, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. In a quiet town on the North Carolina coast in 1969, a young woman who survived alone in the marsh becomes a murder suspect. At number 2, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. A battered wife, raised in a violent home, attempts to halt the cycle of abuse. At number 3, Verity by Colleen Hoover. Loan Ashley is hired by the husband of an injured writer to complete her popular series, and she uncovers a horrifying truth. At number 4, The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. The new general manager of a hotel, far from its Gilded Age heyday, deals with the complicated pasts of her guests and staff. And at number 5, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Tate Collins and Miles Archer, the former an airline pilot, think they can handle a no-strings-attached arrangement, but they can't. Moving on to the top 5 nonfiction bestsellers for this week. At number 1, Battle for the American Mind by Pete Hegseth with David Goodwin. The Fox and Friends weekend host makes his case for what he calls classical Christian education. At number 2, An Immense World by Ed Yong. The Pulitzer Prize-winning science writer explains the sensory perceptions and ways of communication used by a variety of animals. At number 3, The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. How trauma affects the body and mind, and innovative treatments for recovery. At number 4, Happy Go Lucky by David Sedaris. The humorist portrays personal and public upheavals of his life in his 7th decade and while the world is going through the pandemic. At number 5, Killing the Killers by Bill O'Reilly and Martin Dugard. The 11th book in the conservative commentator's Killing series gives an account of the global war against terrorists. And happy birthday, America! We'll be celebrating the 246th anniversary of the founding of the United States on Monday, July 4th, 2022. And in observance, the library will be closed. We'll see everyone on Tuesday, July 5th. Our first recommended read for this week is the new B.A. Shapiro novel, Metropolis. The Metropolis is a storage facility in a busy Boston neighborhood, a relic of a more sophisticated time. 6 stories of brick with crazy round windows and castle-like towers. Some people are calling their units home. One man is an unstable street photographer scraping by on his dishwasher salary. One woman is hiding from ICE while she finishes her doctoral dissertation. Another man operates his law office there. And another woman, avoiding an abusive marriage, has disturbingly recreated her children's bedroom in her unit. Even the units containing actual storage have their own oddities. One is filled with doghouses and another with violins. The building manager profits from his tenants' desperate needs and eccentricities as they attempt to deal with lives beyond their control. When someone is critically injured in an elevator accident and the police suspect foul play, it is left to Zach, the building's owner, to find the answer. This spellbinder from the best-selling author of The Art Forger and The Muralist leaves the reader at once moved and mystified. And that's the book list review. Our second recommended read for this week is the new Christopher Moore novel, Razzmatazz. In this humorous romp, bestseller Moore returns to the 1947 San Francisco setting of his novel Nor, where bartender and amateur problem solver Sammy Tiffin is faced with several requests for assistance. Jimmy Vasco, proprietress of a lesbian bar, asks Sammy to find the killer targeting her community. Eddie Shue wants Sammy to recover a dragon statue for his Uncle Ho. And Mabel, known as the preeminent nookie bookie in Fog City, needs help smuggling her girls out of town to a Christmas party. Meanwhile, Sammy's squeeze, Tilly Stilson, uses her considerable welding skills on a mystery project at the telepathic behest of Scooter, the Moon Man from the previous volume. And in flashbacks to 1906, a younger Ho contends with a very real and terrifying dragon. Moore, entirely in his element, with tongue firmly in cheek, has his characters speaking gumshoe-esque vernacular, while warning in an author's note that the language and attitudes portrayed herein regarding race, culture, and gender are contemporary to that time and sadly all too real. Indeed, punctuating all the spoofy amateur sleuthing are more serious depictions of the maltreatment of the Chinese and LGBTQ communities, adding some necessary gravitas. Moore's fans, and those who like their Nor with a side of slapstick and the supernatural, will enjoy. And that's the Publisher's Weekly Review. Our first audiobook recommendation for this week is the new Ben Cheatham novel, Don't Look Back. And if you look really closely under the big title there, it says in very small letters, "Some mysteries are not meant to be solved." The audiobook is read by Ralph Lister, so let me tell you a little about it. After the tragic death of their 11-year-old son, Adam and Ella are fighting to keep their family from falling apart. Then comes an opportunity that seems too good to be true. They win a competition to live for free in a breathtakingly beautiful mansion on the Cornish Lizard Peninsula. There's just one catch. The house is supposedly haunted. Mystery has always swirled around Fenton House. In 1920, the house's original owner, reclusive industrialist Walter Lewern, hanged himself from its highest turret. In 1996, the then inhabitants George Tehran, his wife Sophia, and their young daughter Heloise disappeared without a trace. Neither mystery was ever solved. Adam is not the type to believe in ghosts. As far as he's concerned, ghosts are simply memories. Everywhere he looks in their cramped London home, he sees his dead son. So despite misgivings, the chance to start afresh is too tempting to pass up. Adam, Ella, and their surviving son Henry move into Fenton House. And at first the change of scenery gives them all a new lease of life. But as the house starts to reveal its secrets, they come to suspect that they may not be alone after all. Our second audiobook recommendation for this week is a mystery. It's called The Key to Deceit by Ashley Weaver. And I have to say, that's a cool book cover. I love her hat, the old-fashioned key she has, and London Bridge in the background. Cool stuff. They even have the moon. You can't get more gothic and mysterious than the moon. But I'm digressing. Let's move on to talking about the plot of the book and audiobook. The audio is read by Alison Larkin. Set during the early days of the Battle of Britain, Edgar finalist Weaver's excellent sequel to 2021's A Peculiar Combination continues the adventures of Ellie MacDonald and her uncle Mick. The duo have eschewed safecracking in favor of more legitimate work. When a young woman's body washes up on the bank of the Thames with a mysterious bracelet locked to her wrist, Ellie is recruited by Major Ramsey, an impassive and exceedingly handsome British intelligence officer, to remove the bracelet from the corpse's wrist. Together, Ellie and the Major soon realize the dead woman was working as a spy for the Germans. Meanwhile, Ellie works with Felix Lacey, a longtime friend and possible romantic partner, to uncover the secrets behind Ellie's mother's decades-old murder conviction. Weaver does a sensational job of evoking 1940s London and populates the story with endearing characters, none more so than Ellie, who's gutsy, smart, and completely unwilling to be outmaneuvered or left behind when danger presents itself. Readers will hope to see a lot more of Ellie, and that's the Starred Publishers Weekly Review. Moving on to our first streaming recommendation, it's The Old Man, Season 1, created by Robert Levine and Jonathan Steinberg. The series stars Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow, and Amy Brenneman. You can stream it from Hulu. In a showbiz career that spans more than 70 years, Oscar winner Jeff Bridges has never once been a regular on a TV series. That all changes with The Old Man, a new action spy thriller that puts Bridges front and center. A former CIA agent who has spent a lifetime on the run after going rogue, Bridges plays the fittingly named Dan Chase with a world weariness, even though he could still kick the ass of guys half his age. While the show veers headlong into cliches a little too often, Bridges is magnetic in the lead role, and his chemistry with Zoe, portrayed by Amy Brenneman, is tender and charming. Toss in a couple of dogged federal agents, played by John Lithgow and Elsie Shoka, and you've got all the ingredients for a fun season on the run. So if you like spy thrillers, check out The Old Man. Moving on to our second streaming recommendation for this week, it's the new comedy series Roar. The series was created by Liz Flahive and Carly Mensch and stars Nicole Kidman, Betty Gilpin, Alison Brie, and an ensemble cast. You can stream this one from Apple TV+. The trailer for Roar, a surreal new anthology series from the creators of Glow, opens with Nicole Kidman stuffing a whole photo in her mouth and eating it, which is probably all fans of ambitious TV need to hear to be interested in Roar. The eccentric comedy, told from female POVs, also features ghosts, a wife returning her husband, and a woman who has a relationship with a duck. Look, we said eccentric, and we meant it. Episodes also star the likes of Merritt Weaver, Cynthia Erivo, and Glow alumni Betty Gilpin and Alison Brie. And that's the TV Guide overview. Our third streaming recommendation for this week is the new season 2, of the drama series Tehran. This series was created by Dana Eden, Mayor Khan, and Omri Shinhar. Season 2 stars Niv Sultan, as did Season 1, and also starring in Season 2 is Glenn Close. You can stream this dramatic thriller from Apple TV+. Aside from Amazon's Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, and whatever passes for a thriller on NBC these days, American television has mostly backed away from international espionage dramas that were once such a hot ticket. To get your spy thrills, you need to look elsewhere, like the Israeli spy thriller Tehran. The International Emmy winner for Best Drama last year, Tehran follows Tamar Rabinyan, a female Mossad agent navigating a world of espionage, double crosses, and her cultural quandary as she was born in Iran. After attempting to shut down Iran's plans for atomic weapons in Season 1, Glenn Close joined the cast in Season 2 as a British agent. So that's the TV Guide overview, and if you're looking for a new spy thriller series, check out Tehran Season 2. And if you haven't seen Season 1, you might want to watch that first. Moving on to our Hoopla recommendation for this week. This week I'm going to recommend a newly released movie. The film is called To Olivia, and it stars Hugh Bonneville, Keely Hawes, and Darcy Ewart. And basically, it offers the story of the tumultuous marriage between the great actress Patricia Neal and the renowned writer Roald Dahl. So if you like dramas, and at this point this is also a historical piece because, they were married and lived a while ago, check out To Olivia. Moving on to our next section, Next Week at the Library, offering a brief overview of programs hosted by the library on-site and off for the week ahead of us. That's the week of July 4th through the 9th, 2022. This information is also found online through the library's website. Simply visit our homepage found at ssclibrary.org and click on the big bold calendar link you'll see near the top of the page. And on a registration note, registration is required for programs unless otherwise specified or unless the program is of the online on-demand access variety. You can register for programs through the library's website, by calling the library, or by just dropping by. On Monday, July 4th, the library is closed in observance of Independence Day. See everyone on Tuesday and have a happy 4th of July. On Tuesday, July 5th, we have a whole host of programs in Library Land. Let me tell you a little about them. From 9 to 11 a.m., we have Adult Scrabble, which is held in the library's reading room. Then from 10 to 11 a.m., we have a special program, Williams Toyota Presents Storytime in Centerway Square. You'll be joining Miss Sue at 10 a.m. at Centerway Square in downtown Corning. This series is held every other week on Tuesday from June 7th through August 16th. And each week, one lucky child in the crowd will win a book to take home with them, courtesy of the Southeast Steuben County Library. All children that attend the final story time on August 16th will get a free book courtesy of the series sponsor, Williams Toyota. In the event of rain, the story time will be live streamed on the library's Facebook page. Check Facebook to confirm on the day if rain is expected. Then from 10:30 to 11 a.m., we have Coffee, Tea, and English online conversation. This is a Zoom program. Then in the evening, on Tuesday, July 5th, we have two programs to bring to your attention. The first is the Nutrition and Cooking Workshop, Stretching Food Dollars. It runs from 4 to 6 p.m. and is being held at the library. Join Just Say Yes nutrition educator Caitlin from the Food Bank of the Southern Tier to discuss easy ways to save money on groceries. This workshop will include a nutrition education portion where we'll discuss strategies for making the most of our food budgets, followed by a cooking demonstration and recipe sampling. You'll take home recipes, nutrition info, and a useful kitchen tool. Then from 6 to 7:30 p.m., we have a Zentangle Ocean Design with Gail Lewis. This program too is at the library, and again you have to register for this program. Start your summer off by relaxing with a step-by-step ocean-themed art meditation. Gail Lewis will lead us through making this ocean-themed Zentangle design. You won't believe how truly simple it is to make something so beautiful. The program is for adults and teens and is offered in person only. All art materials will be provided for free. Moving on to our programs for Wednesday, July 6th, we've got Mahjong from 1 to 3 p.m. The location is at the library. And then from 6 to 8 p.m., we have the Corning Adult Writers Group. This is a hybrid program being held both at the library and via Zoom, and you do have to register for both those programs. On Thursday, July 7th, we have one program in Library Land. This one is for teens. It's Teen Dungeons and Dragons. It runs from 4:30 to 6 p.m. The location is hybrid. It's being held both at the library and remotely via Discord. The library contact for this program in series, because it's a repeating program, is Kayla Crane. So if you have questions, give a shout out by email, in person, or phone to Kayla. The program is hosted by professional dungeon master Tim Collins, and this in-person gathering is suitable for those ages 13 to 17. All levels of experience will be welcomed in this safe space. Come to one or all gatherings. On Friday, July 8th, we have three programs to bring to your attention. The first is Science Time with Miss Abby. This program runs from 10 to 10:30 a.m. and is available through Facebook. Then at 1 p.m., it's the debut of the new edition of Library Connections, which you can access through Facebook and YouTube, and then the following Tuesday through the Tech Talk blog. And finally, from 3 to 4 p.m., we have the monthly Adult Book Club. This program is held at the library, and our June read is The Ballad of Laurel Springs by Janet Beard. And if you have questions about programs, here is the list of our library programs contacts. Have questions about this weekly videocast? Let me know. You can send me an email. My email address is reimerl@stls.org. That's reimerl@stls.org. Or you can always drop by the library. Library hours, an important thing to know. The library is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we're closed on Sundays. The library's website is found at ssclibrary.org. You can find a whole host of useful information on our website. To offer you a Cliff Notes version today, I'm just going to talk about 3 sections of our homepage that will allow you to access cool stuff. The first is the link that says Calendar on our homepage. If you click that or tap it, you'll be redirected to our calendar of events, where you can register for programs and see what's going on both in the library and also the remote programming we have. If you click on the word Catalogs, a menu will open that will allow you to access all the library's catalogs for both physical content like print books and digital content like eBooks. And then if you click on the Resources menu link, seen at the top of the page there, also bordered in red, a menu will open. And you can do a bunch of stuff through that menu. You can register to vote. You can access anti-racism resources. But today I want to direct you to the Research and Learning page on our website. So that's the third option on the Resources menu, Research and Learning. And if you click or tap that, the Research and Learning page will display. And this lists some of the most popular databases that we offer, otherwise known as online research resources, but I find that a mouthful. So basically these are credible research resources, which I'm going to refer to as databases from now on. And these are available to you as a card holder, but they're not free to everyone everywhere. You get them as a card holder, but the library and/or the library system pays for these. And through our website, through the Research and Learning page on our website, you find some of the most popular ones you can access, including Mango Languages, if you want to learn another language, even pirate, and the Heritage Quest resource or database, and that's for genealogical research. And those are great resources. And if you're going to do really in-depth research, though, you want to go all the way down to the bottom of the page. In the last little paragraph there, it says, would you like to find more databases and resources? And then below that little paragraph in purple, it says, find the complete list of STLS databases here. That's the link you want to click on if you're doing in-depth research. It's going to redirect you to the databases page on the STLS website. And you see a photo of the top portion of that page on the right side of your screen. So here we see a large portion of the list of databases that you can access for in-depth research on tons of topics: criminal justice, the culinary arts, diversity, gender studies. There's a health database. If you want to do health research, there's one on opposing viewpoints. If you have to write a paper on a subject that has 2 sides to the story, which is usually the case, you can look at that. There are several academic resources if you're a college or high school student doing research. There's even one on gardening and landscaping, on the hospitality industry, and a home improvement collection too. So lots of stuff on the STLS databases page, which you can access through our website, or you can go directly to that page by typing www.stls.org/databases into your web browser. StarCat and the BookMine app. StarCat is the catalog of physical library materials available to all card holders of the public libraries in the Southern Tier Library System, otherwise known as STLS. STLS encompasses the public libraries in Steuben, Chemung, Yates, Schuyler, and Allegheny counties. You can access StarCat online at starcat.stls.org. That's starcat.stls.org. Or, as you might imagine, there's an app for that. It's called Bookmine, and it's spelled a little differently. It's Bookmyne, and that will give you direct access to StarCat through your mobile device, and you can find the Bookmine app in your app store. The digital catalog and its companion app Libby. The digital catalog too is available to all cardholders of all Southern Tier Library System member libraries, and you can find it online at stls.overdrive.com, or you can download the Libby app found in your app store to your mobile device. The digital catalog features eBooks, audiobooks, and a handful of streaming videos. Hoopla. The Hoopla catalog features eBooks, comic books, full-length albums, downloadable audiobooks, and streaming videos, including both TV shows and movies. All Hoopla items are available for instant checkout for Southeast Bend County Library cardholders with a maximum of 6 checkouts per month. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking and watching this and you're thinking, well, why is it just for Corning Library cardholders or SSC Library cardholders? That's because this particular service, Hoopla, is one that the Southeast Bend County Library pays for. The others, the digital catalog and of course StarCat, are collection-wide catalogs, and all member libraries contribute to them. So that's what the difference is. If you want to check out the Hoopla catalog online, you go to hoopladigital.com, and of course there's an app, Hoopla, for your mobile device. Social media. If you have questions about the library, you are welcome, of course, to go the traditional route and give us a call. But if you'd like to take the modern route and contact us via social media, you can do that too. The library has presences on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Library blogs. The library has 5 blogs we'd like to bring your attention to. I'm going to list them in alphabetical order. The first one is the Book Club for Adults blog, which is found at ssclbook.club, and it features, you guessed it, 2 posts per month that relate to the monthly book club for adults as compared to young adults or kids. And the second post for each month includes readers' advisory recommendations that were discussed during the meeting of the month and a general overview of the plot of the book that we read for the month. Moving along alphabetically, our second blog is the Corning NY History blog. That's our local history blog found online at corningnyhistory.com. It features weekly postings on Fridays that include photos from the library's local history archive and old newspaper articles of the week. Then we have Creation Stationery, the Makerspace blog found at creationstationery.com. There are occasional creative postings relating to the library's Makerspace and Makerspace programs. Our third blog is Story Musings, a blog hosted by the library's resident author and head of adult services, Michelle Wells. There are regular postings offering book reviews, recipes, and more. You can find Story Musings at storymusing.blogspot.com. You can also access all the blogs through the library's website. Our fourth blog is one that yours truly hosts. It's the Tech and Book Talk blog, a readers, viewers, and listeners advisory blog found at sscltech.com. I do occasionally include helpful tech tips because I like technology, and of course we like technology in library land, but I'm digressing. Weekly postings for this blog include suggested reading, suggested listening, New York Times bestsellers, and a post of Library Connections videos the Tuesday after they first appear on Facebook and YouTube. And our fifth blog is called Teen Tones. It's the library's blog for young adults and has great information about upcoming programs and other items of interest found at teentones.com. And briefly, our references of the week and our catalog information. And that's the program for this week. I'll be back next week with a new edition of Library Connections. Have a great holiday weekend.